Hi everyone. Investigating large business, the section B of the paper. The case study, you can see the Lego. Lego, we'll read the case study. Lego is a multinational toy company. It has been existent since 1932 and strives to produce toys of the highest possible quality. Their motto is only the best good enough. Only the best good enough. The term Lego roughly translates to play well from Danish, the Lego group. It has been run by the Kirk Christian and the entire 84-year history. The Lego products are on sale in more than 130 countries, and Lego Club has 2.7 million members worldwide. So always I'm thoroughly recommending you, I'm thoroughly advising you when you're reading a case study like that, you can underline the important things like what are the products they are doing, what is the country, number of your service, sales figures, and the names of the individuals and institutions. You can use this thing in terms you can use in your application. That's the important thing. So therefore, I think there are so many application points you can find out. That motto, the only the best is good enough. And then Danish business is started by the Christensen, and then the entirely 84 years history, 84 years of sales history, and also more than 130 countries they're operating, right? They're selling on 130 countries. So this is a multinational company, and their Lego Club has 2.7 million members, their customer base. And the second paragraph is mentioned the company famous Lego bricks have been played with the generations of children. Some of the latest development include video gaming, preschool products, play themes, bricks, licensed product, and educational based products for children. So please highlight these things. Their products, the range of product, video gaming, preschool product, play themes, bricks, licensed product, and educational based toys for children. In 2015, the Lego Group achieved 19% sales growth. You can underline that which year. In 15, they have achieved 19% sales growth, which enabled to reach approximately 100 million children across the world. The main competitors for Lego include the Hasbro and Mattel. So their competition also we can mention in applications. The name of the competitors are Hasbro and Mattel. The Lego Group production sites were located in high-cost countries such as Denmark, Switzerland, and the United States. Lego Group, the Danish toy maker, has said it will shift production from Denmark and the United States to lower cost countries. It's a very good relocation decision. So now we're going to moving from this high developed country like Denmark, Swiss, and US countries to like other parts of the low cost countries, resulting in about 1,200 staff layoffs. A huge decision. As a result of this relocation decisions, this resulting 1,200 the jobs will gonna lose there, and then so 1,200 people will get unemployed. So Lego said that it was considering moving all or part of its production to Eastern Europe or China, and that the restructuring could affect all its production sites. So now there's a huge decision, because as a result of that, I think when you're moving to China, Vietnam, all that Bangladesh and all that countries, because low cost countries and Eastern countries also, as a result, Eastern European countries such as like all that the developing nations, and then as a result of that, you can find out the cheap labor from those countries, and you can reduce your production cost. So this is a context, the Lego context. So let's go to this question number 3 and 4, the large business. Okay. A small another 3 more MCQs are there. I can see question number 3, part A. Which of the following is most likely to be found in a deed of partnership? In deed of partnership, first one, how many goods to sell? Number 2, names of suppliers. Number 3, the price of goods to be sold. Number 4, how profits are to be shared. Yes, I got a couple of answers from you. Very good. Like answer is question number 4, the correct answers. Yes, students are giving the correct answer. Fourth one is the correct answer. How profits are to be shared. Profit sharing ratio, investment by the partners, and the salaries, how they can get, and then interest on capital, interest on drawings, and many more, right? All the agreements are conditions are there, terms and conditions. And that number 1, most important thing is how the profit sharing ratio. MCQ number 2, which of the following is not a reason of business failure? Which of the following is not a reason of a business failure? Number 1, no market for the product. Number 2, growth. Number 3, unexpected expenditure. Number 4, over trading. Not a reason for business failure. Yes, correct answer is number 2. Growth is the correct answer. Very good. So a lot of students giving their responses. Very good to see. Question number 3, third and last MCQ. Which could be a possible advantage to a country that hosts a multinational? Which could be a possible advantage to a country that hosts a multinational? First one, transfer of technology. Number 2, environmental damage. Number 3, exploitation of labor. Number 4, lack of responsibility. So it's asking possible advantage. So yes, the correct answer given by 3 students. Correct one is the first one. Yes, very good. Transfer of technology, because that's the only advantage you can see from multinationals. Transfer of technology from high income countries to low income countries. So in other all 3, we can see there's a disadvantage of the multinationals: environmental damage or pollution, exploitation of labor, sometimes using child labor and all, and lack of responsibility. So they will sometimes not showing the true picture, giving low taxes to the government, manipulation, and transfer pricing and everything. Question number 3, part B. Define the term franchisee. Define the term franchisee. There are 3 definitions there: franchise business, franchisor, and franchisee. Here, the term franchisee means you have to say the operator, right? The business individual who actually obtained the franchise license from the franchisor to operate under their business name. The person who obtained the franchise license from the franchisor to operate under their business name, we call franchisee. Right? It should be the term, the keyword should be the operator. The operator is always called franchisee. Right? Operator who obtained the license from the franchisor to trade under their business name. Okay, so question number 3, part C. State one feature of MNC. State one feature of multinational company. You can say one feature. There are certain features, like one feature will be operating in more than 2 countries. So in this case, you can see the Lego operates in more than, go to the case study, you can find out Lego operates in more than 130 countries. That's why I told you to highlight this stuff in your reading. Then you can easily, you can remember what you have highlighted and you can use that thing in your application. So state question, one feature of the multinational, they operate more than 2 countries. In this case, the Lego operate in 130 countries. That will be one popular reason, feature of multinational. Now we are moving into the question number 3, part D, as another state question. State one financial objective of Lego. State one financial objective of Lego. Usually, financial objectives mean like profit, market share, survival, like this. So in this case, you can expansion and growth, like that. Profit, market share, expansion, and survival are the main financial objective of a business. So this case study, you have to say one of that above financial objective, and you can link to the case study. So you can see so many examples are here. You can see now they want to increase their market share. You can see one of the main financial objective would be increase the market share. In this case, they increase their number of customers, like enable children, approximately 100 million children. Right now they're achieving. Sales growth is another one financial objective. Achieving sales growth. In this case, Lego has achieved 19% sales growth in 2015. Right? Without application, without this number, without this evidence support, you are not get that 1 mark. Right? If you just say survival, market share, expansion, 0 marks. You have to support that to sometimes additional, like a sentence, you have to write a supportive sentence with the Lego. Sales growth, for example, 19% sales growth they have marked in 2015. Increasing of the market share. They wanted to increase their market share. They wanted to go to other countries. They wanted to sell more than 100 million children across the world. They are increasing now their market share. Right? Increase the profitability, profit maximization. In this case, Lego has decided to relocate their production to other countries right? From moving from high-cost countries to low-cost countries, such as Eastern European and China. So this is another example you can say. There are so many applications that like if you support is sales growth, here we go, sales growth 90%. We talk about the number of customers, you can talk about this. They have Lego Club, they have 2.7 million members. Talk about the profit maximization, you can see they are moving, they're restructuring the relocation decision from Denmark, sister USA to Eastern Europe and China. Because if you're moving from the high cost countries to low cost countries, where profit can be increased. Like that, when you're answering, always give your support from the Lego. This case study, please apply your answer to the Lego, then only you can get that. Even 1 mark. So a lot of students I know from my experience when I'm marking, so I found a lot of answers were not in application in context. So always I'm recommending you use the case study always as evidence. So state question you can keep like an example. Always use examples from the case study. Okay, question number 3, part E, outline one method Lego could use to measure the success of their business. Right, so measuring success is normally a chapter that we are going to do, we haven't covered this part yet, but outline measure of success, like sales maximization, number of market share, customer satisfaction, employee satisfaction. So these are the main measures of judging success. In this case, you can see their number of customers. They have 2.7 million members worldwide. Sales growth, they have achieved 19% sales growth. So these are the measures of success, measures of judging success, right? So we can say like that with the point and the explanation. Point, 1 mark for the point, 1 mark for the explanation. Right. Question number 3, part F, explain question. Explain one advantage to a business of converting to a public limited company. This case, no need of application, even though it's a 3-mark question. You have to say one advantage and you have to develop that using another 2 development points. You can see by converting into a public limited company, the business will be able to raise more capital, raise more funds by selling shares in stock exchange. This will lead to increase the volume of investments and volume of the capital and the money circulating in the business. As a result of that, the business would be able to achieve success in long run, or will be able to invest more money in there to increase their number of assets, or business would be able to expand into another territory, or they can diversify like that. You can, so many advantages are there. You convert to a public limited company, you can see someone can say more reputation than a private limited company. PLC has more reputation since it's operating in share markets. Another one say anyone can purchase, buy and sell shares easily in PLC. As a result of that, it's increased the capital, like a raising of capital. Therefore, more options and opportunities are there to raise more capital from share market. As a result of that, there will be no financial burden will be there for a business organization, because through share market, PLCs can go to a new share issues, right issues, and bonus issues. So different methods are there to raise money. Like that. So explain question, keep one advantage and explain with another 2 points. Okay. Question number 3, part G, another explain question. Normally in every past papers, you can see normally we have a 4 explain questions are there, right? 3 6-marker questions, 1 9-marker question, and 1 12-marker question. That's the structure of a paper. Another explain question. Explain one reason as to why the process of going public is expensive. Process of going public is expensive. This is one of another past paper question, like a repetitive question. So going public is expensive because of there are certain, I told you 6 reasons are there. Pick one reason, right? Going public is expensive because of the prospectus has to be printed and circulated. With the guidance of lawyer, this is expensive. Moreover, going public is expensive because you have to pay underwriting fees to the insurance company. You have to find underwriting fees in case of your initial public offer not fully subscribed. You have to find an underwriter to take that risk. It's expensive. A lot of administration costs are there, brokerage fees, share market fees, right? And taxes you have to pay for this IPO. Therefore, this will expensive process of going public. Like that, you can pick one option, one disadvantage, one reason why going public expensive, then then you can elaborate it, explain it, develop the point. Don't write multiple points because that's a disadvantage for you. You write more than like one expense, maximum you are getting like 1 out of 3. Next question number 3, part H, 6-marker question. The 8 robots and 15 automatic cranes that would work in the Lego warehouse in Billund can shift 660 crates of bricks in and out every hour. So in this case, they are giving some technology used, and especially robotics, how they use in their manufacturing of the toys. So they're using 8 robots and 15 automatic cranes in their factories. Is their application of the technology and use of new technology and the machines. So the question is, analyze 2 possible benefits to Lego of capital intensive production techniques when manufacturing toys. Right? Analyze 2 possible benefits to Lego of using capital intensive production techniques when manufacturing toys. In this case, when you are writing this kind of a question, right? When you are writing this kind of a question, like you're using 8 robots, 15 automatic cranes. So main advantage of capital intensive production technique, you can see the organization can easily increase the productivity, efficiency, and the productivity will increase. As a result of that, the Lego can prepare more toys. And as a result of that, they will be able to increase their sales revenue and profitability, right? And also you can say, moreover, 2 benefits they are seeing. Moreover, by having more robotics and more automatic cranes, you can they have handled 660 crates of bricks in and out every hour. As a result of more productivity, they can increase their standardization, and also the quality of output also will increase because the production will be high quality, high standardized, and always process is fully automated. As a result of that, the quality of output will be high. As a result of that, this production technique, the wastage of raw materials such as the wastage of plastic bricks, damages will be reduced predominantly. As a result of that, you can see the Lego can find astonishing results, productivity we can find, and as a result of that, again, you can analyze, you can evaluate. Yes, productivity will go up, and as a result, wastage also goes down. This will be created astonishing results for the Lego group, will increase their profitability, which leads to increase their profit, which leads to increase their business growth. By that, always in analyzing, keep the 2 advantages, right? 1 advantage, development, another advantage, development. Sometimes analyze questions can be asked, analyze the 2 impacts. In that case, you can say 1 positive point and 1 negative point. But this case, you can see the capital intensive, labor intensive. This is chapter 44 in your textbook. You can see under factors of production. Here we talk about the capital intensive, labor intensive, right? So you can refer that chapter as well. Our first session, we talk about that one. Under chapter 44, we have this thing, factors of production. Under that, capital intensive and labor intensive. So no need of definition here, like a 6-marker. You don't need to define capital intensive is where like usage of more machines than labor. No need to write a definition. We need only AO2 and AO3, which means you can just write 2 possible benefits. 1 benefit and development, another benefit and development. Okay, so that is the end of this question number 3 of the Lego group. Okay. Now we are moving to the last question of this paper, question number 4. That is also case study based on Lego. Question number 4, part A, define the term prospectus. Define the term prospectus. So prospectus is a document prepared by a public limited company, right? When they're going public, like prepared by a private company, when they're going public to invite potential investors to purchase their shares at IPO. So that's the prospectus definition. You can see it's a legal document prepared by a firm or prepared by a private limited company. When they're firstly going public, or when they're first issuing their shares in IPO, they invite public or potential investors to purchase their shares at initial public offer. So this is the document. It's like an invitation to purchase their shares. So the key word in the definition should be, it's a legal document inviting potential investors to purchase the shares at initial public offer. The key term should be there. It's a legal document and its invitation. If you have those two keywords, they can give you 1 mark in this definition. I hope you understood. So question number 4, part B. Only the best is good enough. Only the best is good enough. That's the motto of the Lego. It's there in the case study also. They're asking outline 1 benefit to Lego of setting clear objectives. Outline 1 benefit to Lego of setting clear objectives. In this case, you can see the benefit of Lego of setting clear objective mean there are 3 benefits mainly. Every objective, you set the objective, you can use the 3 objectives, but here it's the application as well. Benefits of objective should be, you can see, first of all, it provides some focus for the owner of the business, what they have to achieve, what they wanted to achieve. So in this case, the focus coming from this motto for the owner of the business. You can see the Lego owner, the Christian family. They know what's their motto. So always they are not doing low quality works. Always they are doing the high quality works. Only the best is good enough. That's the motto. That's the secret behind their success. So it provides some focus to their company owners and shareholders. Second option, you can see second advantage of benefits is provide some kind of a guidance. Provide some guidance to the managers when they are doing their decision making. So first of all, focus to the owner, then guidance to the managers. In this case, Lego managers in the countries and the factory managers, they will be take this motto, their business objective, as a guidance to when they're making their day-to-day decisions. For example, sometimes you have to use some kind of paint works in Lego toys. So sometimes you have to put some kind of first coat and second coat. Sometimes managers might be thinking, 1 coat is enough, right? So that is low quality work. But with this, because of this statement, because of this motto, they would not go to that kind of low quality inferior work. They will go to the best always. They will do the second coat also, go to that like that. Using raw materials, managers might be decided to get the best raw materials in the market to produce their toys. Like that, you can always use that. The motto, the objective of the business organization, you can provide as a guidelines for the Lego managers to make their raw material decisions, financing decisions, marketing decisions, and so on. Use your imagination in your application. And also finally, it's provide motivation for the workers. Provide motivation for the workers in Lego factories to achieve that objective. By achieving this objective, they will automatically get motivation, will motivated. So there are 3 internal stakeholders I mentioned in my answer: owner, manager, employees. Owner will get the focus, manager will get the guidelines, workers will get the motivation because of setting a clear objective. So that 3 points, take only the 1 point, and then you can use the application from the Lego and you can write your answer. So that's the question number 4, part B. Okay, now let's go to the question number 4, part C. Another outline question. Outline one reason why Lego has decided to relocate their production facilities. So kind of a general knowledge. Why they wanted to relocate? You can see just because to increase their profit, because they just maximize their profit. By relocating into the, let's say, USA to China, they can reduce the production cost at very good percentage. As a result of that, they can increase their profit margins by relocating. You can say like that, because to reduce the cost of production. If you're moving from, mention the countries, you're moving from where? From Switzerland, from Denmark, from Netherlands, from USA. It's a high cost developed countries. When you're moving from developed countries to developing countries and low cost countries like Vietnam, China, they can, massive cost reductions can be expected for the Lego. As a result of that, what happened? They can increase their profit margin and shareholders will be more happy by they can increase their wealth. like that. Just one reason you can explain like that: by moving, by restructuring, by relocation will be give them some cost benefits. Because of moving from USA to China, they can reduce the cost of labor, and then they can increase their profit margin like that. So you can nicely write that answer easily. Easy question with application. Here goes another 3-marker question. Question number 4, part D. Explain one impact of technology on the manufacturing sector. Impact of technology on the manufacturing sector. So this is we talk about under the reasons for deindustrialization, everything, but no application. We need this generic answer you can write. One impact of technology on the manufacturing sector, you can see it's increased the productivity, and as a result of the technology replaced the labor. We can talk about that. Technology will replace the labor. So as a result of that, the cost of production will go down, and manufacturing process will be dominated by the technology. Therefore, you can see more capital-intensive production techniques are there, like using robo arms, like using cranes, right? So we need only few laborers to operate those machines, just few machine operators, but everything happen from the machines. Like productivity will increase, you can say, as a result of that. Technology will dominate the entire firm. The manufacturing sector quality will increase, and now also the manufacturing sector output will increase as a result of technology, because technology is easy to handle than labor, right? Because of that, technology will be, you can work efficiently and productively. As a result of that, manufacturing sector will be dominated by the technology, and as a result of that, the companies will be able to get cost benefits and productivity benefits because of the using technology. And they can save time, they can respond to the quality problems, wastage problems, everything by using technology, such as computer systems, softwares, right? Not only robots. You can talk about a lot of different things in different factories, like garment factories. Those days they used a lot of paperwork, they have used manual labor, but now they have everyone using computer systems and softwares. Like, for example, one example you can see Microsoft, they have using the Microsoft like a Teams and everything. You can see manufacturing sector. So sometimes they're using different web softwares are there. They're using different fields, right? So always fully automated technologies are there, which always they can replace the manual labor, and they can increase their productivity. So it's a kind of a generic answer you can say without any application. One impact, and it can be positive impact or negative impact. It's up to you to decide, and then you can write 2 development points. Always in 3-mark question, make sure you're writing 3 sentences. Then only you can get 3 marks. Okay. Now we're moving to question number 4, the last question of this paper, part E. Lego Group is always looking to find the right location to relocate their factories. Lego Group is always looking to find the right location to relocate their factories. Evaluate the factors Lego Group would have to take into account when making decisions about where to relocate new factories. You should use that information provided as well as your own knowledge of the business organization. So when you're writing a 12-marker question, I'll explain you the 12-marker structure. When you're writing 12-marker question, what we need: knowledge, which is called normally AO1, assessment objective 1, right? Normally can get like 3 marks, and then application is AO2, assessment objective 2. So this is, we are allocated like about 3 marks, level 3. And analysis is assessment objective number 3, or AO3. So we'll carry about 3 marks, and then finally evaluation. Evaluation is AO4. Carries about another 3 marks. So you can see this is how the 12 marker structure looks like, but in simply the simple terms, in a writing 12 mark question, what we need: definition, and then two positives, another paragraph, two negatives, and finally conclusion. Right? This is the way that you have to develop your answer. It's whatever the question. It can 12 mark can come from location decision. 12 mark can come from multinational. 12 mark can come from public sector business organization or anything. Right? Different topics are there. 12 markers can be targeted, especially in first term. 12 markers can be targeted from different sections, as I mentioned: multinationals, location decisions, public cooperation, privatization, something like that. So always, whatever the question it comes, you have to use this format: definition, two positives, which is like a development. It is not only just two positives, you have to write like a 6-marker question here, that paragraph. Like you can use the development point, one positive and two development points, and that's called 5 strands method. 5 strand, at least 5 strand, or six strand means a sentence, right? If you can use at least for 2 benefits, you can explain using 5 sentences with the application and analysis, and 2 however points, and you can see the conclusion. Conclusion means the solution to problems, like that. If you go to this question is based on business location, right? This is location question. They're asking what are the factors Lego group should be taken into account when making decisions about the location. You think about the business location, manufacturing sector, proximity to the suppliers, like toys and everything sometimes may be manufactured using the some special chemicals must be needed, right? Special, sometimes plastic might be made out of the crude oil. So these important materials must be imported. Think about this proximity to suppliers, number one factor, and explain that. And second, or more, we can say proximity to labor, because if you are locating in a far area with you can difficult to find the labor, then it's not a good decision. Therefore, proximity to labor, proximity to suppliers, you can say. And however points, you can say, relocating, and think about the how much money, the important thing, like how much actually you are going to invest in that particular country when you're going to invest. In this case, you're asking this question, you have to think about evaluate the factors Lego group would have to take into account. You have to think about the company's perspective, what kind of factor they have to take into account when making the decisions about where to relocate. You think about the availability of infrastructure, because you have to export that product into the other countries. Therefore, like a closer to the proximity to the like a harbor or airports, and infrastructure availability. You can get the economies of scale, like located in the industrial zone will be ideal. These things. And also, however, sometimes think about the government support. If some governments not supporting the multinational firms, sometimes that will be a problem. And government tax barriers in those countries. Sometimes those countries, like there must have a high tax percentage to local business, like international businesses. You have to think about these factors. And in solution and conclusion part, you can say how to overcome these things, right? If there is a lot of tax barriers, the companies can decide, okay, renegotiate with the government to get the tax benefits, like because they are doing a strategic investments for indirect investment. If there is no infrastructure, they can think about relocating another place in that same country, whether they have ample risk infrastructure facility, like that. Always in 12-marker questions, always use this structure, definition, right? 2 positives, 2 negatives, and conclusion. If it's a multinational firm, sometimes in the previous past, we have a question about the multinational firms. We go through that case study, if you remember. The previous past we discussed. There was a multinational firm, IKEA. They wanted to go to India. They're asking the impact to Indian economy as a result of IKEA's arrival. So then you can define MNC there. You can talk about the opportunities to Indian economy, such as job creation, employment opportunities, tax revenue to the government. In however point, you can talk about the environmental pollution they create through the IKEA, exploitation of the labor. Sometimes they might use the child labor. Sometimes they might give low wages and low working conditions. In conclusion section, you can say how to control these problems. Like government can be able to use this, their strategy, their regulations. For example, if they are do the pollution, they can use environmental law to regulate IKEA. If they are exploiting the labor, the Indian government can use their labor law to control IKEA. Like that, however, you can say advantages outweigh the disadvantages. Therefore, arrival of IKEA to Indian economy will be fine. Like that, every question you can use this contextualized answer is always, I'm advising you use the context, because we are reading your answer fully and we are going to find out your levels. These levels must be level 3, level based answering, right? Because we are giving you level 1, level 2, level 3. Level based marking, if you get level 3 for all these assessment objectives only, we can give you full marks, 12 out of 12. Okay, so I hope that you enjoy this session. Today I discussed about the large business, the Lego case study. Two questions I have discussed, question number 3 and question number 4, right? So I hope that you enjoy this session, right? And do watch this video again and again if you cannot understand one section, right? I think you can learn so much of things by looking at this video. So then good luck for examinations. Keep watching these videos and you can ask any question in the comment line, chat lines. I'm always to help you. Then good luck with the examinations. Then I'm going to wind up with the session. See you in my next sessions, guys. Thank you.